Local coin shops are in a very awkward situation right now, and e-commerce has definitely divided the two. Times change, markets move on, but local coin shops are stuck in the past. If you want one word to explain all of this, all I have to say is premiums. Before we jump into this topic, I did want to mention a few things. If you go to bullionmax.com/silverslayer, it's going to lead you to a 5-ounce starter kit. 5 ounces of silver at below employee pricing. You're getting coins like a Type 2 Eagle, the 2022 Britannias with the new security feature, the 2022 Kangaroo, a round, and a bar. Now, this is particularly important because this is going to lower your dollar per ounce average. It's only one per household and for a very limited time only. Now, I did want to mention something else. It is free shipping on orders over $199. This starter kit is almost there, so you probably want to get an ounce or two extra just to make sure you get that free shipping limit. That's very important as well. I'm also doing a 54,000 subscriber silver giveaway, and I'm announcing the winner tonight, so you only have a couple hours left. Links in the description or the pinned comment. May the luckiest stackers win because I'm picking two. Now, I found this article, and it's talking about his frustrations with his local coin shop. Now, let's put things into perspective. If I was going to sell some silver, what are the odds that one specific person is going to give me a better deal than literally the entire world? What are the odds? Chances are I'm going to find someone, if I post it on eBay, that's willing to pay a higher price for my silver than one person that also has to resell those coins at a profit. When you sell to a local coin shop, you're selling to the middleman. You want to cut out the middleman and get straight to the consumer so you can pay the highest price or get the highest price. Now, this is an interesting topic because local coin shops usually go by spot price. If you're going to sell silver, you always go by spot price. But in today's day and age, since silver is scarce, you're seeing coins have premiums, which is the amount on top of spot price. Silver might be $25 an ounce, but you might not be able to find a Type 2 Eagle for less than $45 an ounce. And that's that premium attached, the $20 premium, where local coin shops, if you try to sell that same exact coin, they might charge you $28 instead of $45. And that is that very awkward situation they're being put in because now they almost have to switch everything up entirely, but there's still the middleman. So let's go over this article because it is extremely interesting. Now, this isn't going to be spot on some points because he does talk a little bit about that coin shop in particular, but the overall perspective is pretty spot on. So let's jump into this. I hope this doesn't come across as simple complaining because I do want to know what all of you think. But a few things that I've noticed about my local coin shop and why I don't think I'll be going back. Everyone seems output or cranky. See, this is what I was talking about. This isn't every local coin shop. I've been to very good ones. I've interviewed the owners at my local coin shops. I mean, not all of them are like this, but here's what I'm talking about. He says, regarding the slab coins, from what I can tell, they're sorely overpriced. And when I asked to see one, it's with another air of being put out there that they have to get in there and pull it out again. Slab coins are very important when you're a beginner to stay away from. There's a saying of the stackers: pay for the coin, not the slab. Pay for the coin, not the slab. Now, this doesn't go with every type of coin, but most coins, condition doesn't matter. When you're buying silver, when you're buying I can't even say an Eagle anymore since it's considered high premium, but when you're just buying an ounce of silver and you're paying just for the metal content, there's no point to put it in a slab. If you have any newer coins, like a slab is kind of pointless. When you're talking about an old Morgan that's all about condition and you want a professional grade, so when you go to resell it, you can show the buyer, hey, this is the grade of this old numismatic coin, then yeah. But if you have a newer, just normal coin, it's kind of silly to put it in a slab, and a lot of times they're just doing that to milk the highest dollar. But like I said, there are some coins where slabs can definitely play a huge role. I have lots of slabbed coins. I've shown them off before, and I explained why those coins are in slabs. So anyways, He goes on to mints and proof sets. You can't go through them to pick ones you want. Tell them the date. They'll go in the back. Why? I need to see them. Now, some coin shops, it's hit or miss. And these points aren't exactly titled to the points I'm making, but he does go over all the different situations as well. And mints and proof sets, I don't see having a big market. Now, yes, there's a market, but liquidity is critical. If you have eagles, or, eagles are the most recognizable coin in the entire world. You could take an eagle anywhere in the world and they'll recognize that as value. They might not understand the 1 ounce of silver inside of it's valuable, but they'll know it has some type of value. You can't do that with any other silver coin. Mints and proof sets, you have to find a specific buyer, where in a specific buyer that's willing to pay your price. So that limits the liquidity down a lot. Same with coins that have to do with like a movie, or you're limiting your potential customer base down by a lot, especially when you're trying to find that price, because a lot of times once that movie gets, goes out of style or whatever, it's harder to sell. Junk silver. This is a really good topic. So same story, not such thing, picking through and everything. You have to tell them how many ounces you want, and they'll simply shovel weight out. See, like, this situation isn't for every coin shop, but I did want to talk about the points of the coins he's talking about. Junk silver, aka constitutional silver, is probably the most underestimated type of silver out there. Pre-1964 coins, or pre-1965, you're going to get an interesting situation in a couple of years, I feel, with junk silver, because they don't make it anymore. Kind of like Morgan's stopped minted in 1921. The US Mint was actually going to try to start minting them again, but they ran out of silver this year, so they actually canceled the Morgan and Peace dollars for 2022, but that's a side point. But, Morgan's stopped being minted in 1921, so there's, a 40-year gap on constitutional silver, so you can kind of get a feel. Morgans are basically numismatic coins now, since they don't make them and they're so old. If you have coins like Mercury dimes, or Barber quarters, or Barber half dollars, or whatever the case is, those coins in time are being picked out of circulation. So I feel that right now they have a pretty low price compared to other coins around spot, but they are going to grow numismatic value over time, I feel. So junk silver and its fractional is going to play a huge role, especially for stackers that go off weight. A lot of times preppers you will see go into SHTF type of junk silver, or just Eagles, plain bullion coins. I can't even say Eagles anymore. Dating back 2 years ago I could, but nowadays you can't, since the premiums. But the point of all this is that local coin shops want to go for a very specific type of silver, which would be the prepper type of silver. The junk silver, you can get a lot of good prices compared to online. A lot of times even Morgans, but when you're talking about American Eagles, Pandas, selling to them, you're not going to get your premiums back. I even one time went into my local coin shop, and this was before American Eagles had crazy high premiums. This is when American Eagles were $2-3 over spot. I'm not even kidding. If you've been stacking longer than 2 years, American Eagles were the cheapest, most plain, boring bullion coin. I'm talking about an eagle would literally be a little more expensive than a generic round, which is crazy to think, because now Eagles have the highest premiums, but Eagles design stayed the same every year. Nothing special about them. Minted in the 30 million, per year, where you have Pandas like 8 million, Kookaburras like 300 to 500,000. Nothing special about them. But obviously, US Mint ran out of silver, having a very hard time finding silver blanks. Low supply, high demand shoots the price up. My point is that I brought just a generic round. I brought a Panda, which has a very high premium, and then I brought an Eagle. All three of those coins have different pricing, right? Generic rounds were about spot price. Eagles, $2-3 over spot. The Panda, probably $15 over spot. And that's what I paid for it. And I said, how much would you give me for each one of these coins at different prices? He said, I'll give you $2 over spot for each one. I said, but I paid $15 over spot for the Panda, right? This is considered a semi-numismatic coin. But he said, I don't care how pretty the coin looks. I'm buying the 1 ounce of silver inside of it. I don't care about anything else. I'm buying the silver as the 1 ounce of silver. I'm not paying for its collectability. And that always stuck with me because online, if I was to sell that panda, I could get probably $15, $20 on top of spot instead of the 2, 3. So you don't ever want to sell to local coin shops, especially when you're talking about semi-numismatic, aka high premium silver. A lot of people don't know that. You will find a better price selling on eBay, where you have the entire world willing to pay a certain price, compared to one single person's perspective that also has to resell that at a profit. And they're not going to tell you that, right? They're not going to talk about online prices. A lot of times, if you do have a US minted coin, they're going to bust out the red book. What is the red book? The red book is a book that comes out every single year. It is red, and it shows every single US minted coin, gold and silver, and even other like copper, and it shows the pricing for that coin. So if you have like an old Morgan, if you have junk silver, if you have whatever it is, even the Eagles, they'll bust open the red book, look at what that price, and it even has the specific price for each coin, what it should be sold at or valued at, and they'll go off that. Now it's only for US minted coins, but nowadays that should be thrown out the window because premiums are a whole new ball game online, at least. And a lot of people don't know that and go to the local coin shop and get their head ripped off. But anyways, um this guy, see, he's talking more about one specific coin shop. There's so many out there. I have two within a 20-minute drive from my house. So if he doesn't like this place, just go to another place. Every coin shop is different. Now there are pros and cons. I just talked about a lot of the cons, but there are pros. Instead of waiting 2 weeks for your order to arrive, you can go in there and get your coin and actually see your coin before you buy it. Online, especially on eBay, that can be dangerous because they might mismarket the coin. It might have a scratch on it. It might not be in the condition. It could, you could also get ripped off. You can get fake silver on eBay, but there's also the shipping fees, the PayPal fees, the eBay fees, all of that as well. So when you're selling online, and that's just buying, I was just talking about. You can get the silver right then. But when you're selling online, PayPal fees, eBay fees, shipping fees, you're going to have to put a competitive price up. You have to take every picture of each coin. You have to list it online. You have to, and you're talking about 3, 4 pictures per listing. So if you have 1,000 ounces, that's 4 or 5,000 ounces you have to send to your email, drag it to eBay, write out a description for each one of those, deal with all of the customers that are going to try to just give you a hard time. It's a lot. It's a full-time job. I'll never forget, probably 5 years ago, someone sent me an email, and yes, I've been making daily silver stacking videos for that long, actually longer than that, but about 5 years ago, someone emailed me and said, Silver Slayer, he said, I put myself in a very bad position and I never realized it until I was in the position. And I really didn't either. He said, I wanted to sell a lot of my stack. I think this was probably around the July 2016 high of $21 silver. I remember we like celebrated back then when silver broke above $21 or above $20 in general. But he said, I'm selling all my silver, I think for retirement or something, because he's been stacking for decades. But he said, I'm selling all of it online, obviously. And he didn't understand how much work it was going to take. And that's when he told me about this, 3, 4, 5 pictures per listing, and you have 1,000+ ounces, and all of that work involved is literally a full-time job to list all of your silver on there, when you could go to your local coin shop, dump it on the table, and cash out within a couple of hours and have that money in your hand that same day. A lot different. But like I said, if you try to sell some high premium silver to your local coin shop, you could probably cut your profits, 3/4 of your profits down. So it's kind of a hit or miss. My solution to his problem would be, well, one, you never want to sell all of your silver at once anyways. You want to do it slowly. And actually, imagine trying to sell all of your silver at once, making an eBay account, fresh account, and just dumping your silver on there. Are you going to buy from an eBay account that has 0 seller ratings that just opened their account last week? No, and you shouldn't. So, what I recommend, you could start doing this today. You're basically turning your silver stack into a store almost, right? Like an e-commerce store. So even think of like a trendy name or something for yourself and make an eBay page and maybe just sell like 1 ounce a month or 1 ounce every 5 months or whatever. So then in 10, 15 years when it is time to sell, at least you'll have a lot of seller ratings, a lot of experience, and you can slowly start putting your stack on there instead of trying to do it all at once, which would be almost an impossible mission. So that's a very smart idea, in my opinion, especially for the seller ratings. If you see someone on there that's been selling for 10 plus years, they might not have sold a lot of silver, but at least, they have a lot of ratings, hopefully 5 star. That person's easily going to be selling their silver compared to someone who just made an account with 0 seller ratings. You get what I'm saying? Plus, doing it over time will make it a lot easier for you, and you never want to sell all at once anyways because you're pegged your entire stack to that price. It'd be a shame if you sell at $50, but then within a year or two, silver's up to $75, $100, right? So anyways, that's another point. But another really good point is pick their brain, right? They're potentially going to be your buyer and seller at some point. So if you build a relationship, not only will you learn a lot since they're doing right now what you're going to be doing in the future, they also have a lot of insight and a lot of knowledge. A lot of them have been in the game for decades upon decades. So building that relationship could also help you with prices. I know my local coin shop sets aside silver that I like for me. So when I come in, I know that he has some ready. Like that type of stuff is very important. So, anyways, I just want to make a video talking about this. This guy's experience, just go somewhere else, man. Right? Just go somewhere else. But I did like the points he made up about the different types of slabbed coins, the mints and proof sets, the junk silver, and then even to kind of diverge into eagles, which I think is the most important thing right now, since that's the most common coin. You're seeing people pay $50 for eagles on Amazon all day, selling like hotcakes. That is not good. It's going to be extremely hard for them to break even. Extremely hard. Especially if you sell to your local coin shop, you'll be getting half of that of what you paid. So anyways, I'm going to wrap this video up here. Remember, if you want to check out the silver starter kit, 5 ounces of silver at below employee pricing, go to bullionmax.com/silverslayer. Highly recommend you do. But remember, it's only one per household, and if you want to break above the $199 free shipping, highly recommend you pick up another ounce or two just to make sure you do that. I'm also working on a 15-ounce Silver Slayer Deluxe bundle, which is going to be 15 ounces handpicked by me, but only my audience is going to be able to access this deal and get the discount. And actually tomorrow, Bullion Max is sending me a discount code for their entire site that I'll be sending out to you guys, so stay tuned for that as well. Have a happy Easter. This was Silver Slayer. I'll see you guys soon. Peace.